In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of the meeting of the Township Environmental Commission was made by posting on the bulletin board in the municipal building, posted on the Township website, and electronically transmitted to the officially designated newspapers, indicating that this meeting would take place in person at 7 p.m. on February 24th, 2024. Okay, that's that. Walter?
Here.
Ted Chase, maybe? Not Chase. Ed is not here either. A-B. Stan? Arnold?
Yep.
Robert is not here. Maria, yes.
Yeah.
Paul's yes. Tara's yes. Ed, may, I don't know. And Ellen?
Yes.
My chair report, a little different than my usual stuff. Says, in the last 2 weeks, I presented a talk at Rutgers to graduating civil engineering students. I talked about environmental engineering and the work of our environmental commission. I covered our planned review, support of EV work, stream cleanup, and support of clean energy. The second presentation was to a great decisions group on how climate change was affecting the economy. In doing research for both presentations, I realized we're facing an uphill fight against the current administration in Washington. This makes our work here even more important. The consequences of not recognizing the dangers facing us leads us to disaster. Everything we can accomplish is our contribution to the effort to combat the effects of global warming and climate change. Get back to the regular stuff. The planning board has given preliminary approval of plans to construct a multi-story building on Hamilton Street. Project is one we reviewed recently. Mixed-use building with businesses on the ground floor and residents on the floors above. And Ted Chase is here. On the side of my eye. Okay, good. Okay. Ted, that's for you. Okay. Public comment. Oh, minutes comes first. Motion to accept the minutes of the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any changes, corrections, modifications? Okay.
Yeah, just perfect, yeah.
All it says, that's it.
Sorry.
What tune was that?
It'll give time to pretend to take a breath or two.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. You can keep this. There's no sense in rewriting it. Yeah, you know, at this point, you're going to type it anyway.
I took notes too, Ted, just so you know, so.
Oh, okay.
Mine.
Okay, so approval of the minutes, again, we already approved to open it, public comment on it. No comments or
So
changes?
moved.
All
Second.
in favor? Aye. Okay, minutes are approved. Public comment, open the floor to public comment, motion.
So
Open the
moved.
floor, so moved.
Second.
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Any comments from the public?
Yeah, two quick ones. One is that last meeting I mentioned that I would make an article about volunteering here, and then Stan and I had an exchange and I agreed to 2 more, and I didn't get them done yet because I didn't realize there was a meeting tonight. And just by the time that it was getting started, I needed to send it to you guys. It wasn't really at the quality I wanted it, but I'm on it and they've already been started, and in the next few days, before the end of this week, I will send it to you so you have time to read it over.
Because our next meeting is next Monday.
Yes, conveniently. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is after the event, on regenerative agriculture, which I went to with my parents, at home we were all really excited about how that went, and they're really hyped about buying from their local farm. And we were also talking that it could be nice to have a similar sort of event that's all about why you should plant native before spring starts and people are starting to think about their gardens, and especially now that a lot of nurseries have a native plant section and they're pretty well labeled. I think that could be a good idea.
Oh, I like that.
Any other comments? Nothing?
Is this one I should introduce myself?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Rich Wolven. I've been in the township a little over 10 years. Went to a viewing of the movie last week. And I'm also a 2003 graduate of the Duke Farms Environmental Stewards Program. Recently retired, and I'm available to help. Yeah, I think it's really important, like I said, right now to do things at a local level.
You got the message.
Yes.
We're looking for volunteers to help us with things. We have the stream cleanup coming up, and I noticed that the Canal Walk Environmental Group put it out to all their people that were having the stream cleanup. So and they said they were gonna take part. So, welcome for that, and we are doing more of these films, so,
I am 2017 Environmental Stewardship alumni, so, yeah.
I did half my hours.
I was in the second class of.
That's what I was in, I think.
Yeah.
You recognize me?
No.
That's can't recognize you either. Was that 2003, I think it was?
I think so. It was early. It was
Yeah.
soon after I retired from Rutgers. And yeah, I was really gung-ho about it. But I hate to say it, they wanted my social security number, and I objected to that.
Some people still do.
I know.
yeah.
It's not. It was never intended for, background checks.
Never intended for anything.
Right.
When we were in the military, we were told it goes to nobody. But now it goes to everybody.
Particularly Elon Musk.
And mine's on the dark web.
Oh.
That was mine, I found that out from my taxes, block check. 2 pages, a lot of old addresses and that kind of stuff, but some current stuff.
Well, the New Jersey Department of Pensions was hacked, so I'm vulnerable. Nothing's safe.
Okay. Motion to close the public comment.
Second.
All in favor? Wait. Oh, there's something-
Sorry, with my idea before, I forgot to add on to it. It might be good to tap into the Native Plant Society. There's a Somerset County chapter. Get a speaker from there.
I was just gonna actually add to that, so the Trails Advisory Committee, we have a member on our Trails Advisory Committee that works with the Native Plant Society. So we can maybe make a partnership between the Environmental Commission and Trails to tap into that. I think that would be good, yeah. So I wrote it on my list.
I just want to pitch what Jenny said. So speaking of Jenny's volunteering, I also asked her whether she could do an article for our annual awareness about Save the Motel Earth Day and about our stream cleanup. Stream cleanup is to us now routine. So I'll give update when it's time about stream cleanup. But yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of pitch in about the article writing because Jenny is very good at English writing. So.
Can I make a comment to the man that from Duke Farms? Hello, our
Can you repeat your
same
name?
class.
Wolven, W-O-L-V-E-N.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like you mentioned that you saw the movie Common Ground. To me, that was earth-shaking. I mean, I emailed all the commissioners, and it gave me a whole new perspective on agriculture. I grew up as a kid watching Modern Farmer on TV, the old 20th version, petrochemicals, tilling, rototilling, and Common Ground totally turned me around. And it's like, I hope it does that for a lot of people, but I'm glad you brought it up. Thank you.
Well, our food system is very vulnerable.
Motion to close the meeting for public comment.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, Alan's comments.
Is there any correspondence?
No correspondence.
Okay. Any review or
No plan reveal.
no plan review?
Wow.
Yes.
Moving right
Last
along.
time we did so
Whoa.
many, last time we did so
Next
many
time
that I
we'll
think
do
we're
10.
good,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, whoa.
Before the other night. Okay, new business. Sustainable Jersey recertification, due this year.
Yes. So I finished going through the inventory of actions that we do to kind of see where we're at, what we can submit. Basically what, yes, it's bigger. It's like, that's more involved, yeah, at this point, but yeah. So I turned it into a Google Doc. I put, basically, this is going to be for the green team's use, but it has the action, the possible points, the points that we can get if it's eligible for a gold star. Here's the status. So, for example, if it says discuss, that means I have to speak with these people, or during the green team meeting, speak with them to figure out, can we finish these last 1, 2, or 3 steps to get the points. There's some notes if I have any. There's a link to the action, so whoever has assigned it can easily click on it. And then these are just like statuses about when we submit. So we have, I believe, if we include everything, even things that are missing a little bit here and there, we have 625 points. We need to submit 350, so we have plenty we have to choose from. So I'm going to recommend...
Save some points for next time.
Yeah, we can. We never submit all of the points. We usually submit 450, 100 extra, because they do go through and really
That's always good.
dig. So I think we can go through, and the ones that require the most work, we won't, we're not going to go crazy trying to finish that. We'll go through what we have done and ones that are almost done, and we can submit that.
What's the
And then,
deadline on this? When is that?
The next submission is May 16th.
Okay.
Yep.
And then there's a final submission
And
in
final submission September, right?
September,
I have it here. Yep.
whenever, August or
Yeah.
September.
June. Final submission is July 31st this time. Yep.
So when you submit
So we
it
might
by,
finish a few more things between May
Yeah.
and July.
Yep.
Is there a green team scheduled meeting?
I'm going to be scheduling the green team, so I emailed this to Bob Warnlocker and asked him what works, because a lot of the township staff is on the green team,
Yeah.
so I needed to see. So it's going to be a Wednesday morning, like it was last time. I just don't know which Wednesday morning yet.
8 in the
So.
morning or 9?
Yeah, I think it was like 8:30
Yeah,
a.m.
it was early morning, yeah.
So, yeah, so, I'm sorry, Arnie, you got a question?
so when you submit it in May, that's a preliminary.
Yeah.
Is the second date, so if they have comments that, or they, then.
So the first time, yeah, we submitted in May, we can put planned if we don't have everything ready. It just kind of lets them know and be ready what we're submitting for, and they can start looking through anything we submit. The June 30th, that's when everything needs to be in, and then we have until July 31st to do the final, and then from July until September, they'll go through every line and every document that we submit. And I believe, if you're a few points short, they'll work with you to try and get to that, deadline. But we're usually okay because we submitted 100 extra points because we know how they
What's the
roll.
next level above the?
There's no, silver's the highest
Oh,
level,
silver it is.
although you can get a gold star in either energy, health, or
Transportation.
water. I had to think water. So we do qualify for the gold star in health, so we'll submit for that,
Because
for
of the
sure.
assessment.
For the health assessment and the things that have come out of it. There is some items under energy that we do qualify for, but I don't know if we meet all of them. I think that it might be like, say there's 5 requirements, we might have 3. So I can look and see, can we finish these extra 2 requirements before the submission? It's going to depend on what it is.
Next year.
Or we can do it for next time. Yeah, absolutely.
3-year cycle, right?
3 years, yeah. So the next step is basically, as soon as I know when the date is going to be, it'll be in March for sure.
Yep.
I'm going to email this spreadsheet out 2 weeks early so everyone on the green team can look through it and kind of see, like, read it, make any corrections, and then we'll go through it at the green team and discuss it and then assign who's supposed to be doing what. But I have all the narratives we submitted last year and everything, so for a lot of them, I can give the person, last time's narrative, and they can edit it maybe here. So I think we're in good shape, so.
Yeah, I looked through it all, and I had this feeling of not knowing how close we were on most of the
Yes, yeah.
items, so.
Yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. There's some that are like, that require a little bit of asking the person during the green team meeting, like, hey, like this one is for Staffy, Creative Assets Inventory. And I have discussed, because I don't know if we have, this CAI, which is a Creative Assets Inventory, if we have it in spreadsheet form or a map. Do we have both? I don't know what we have. So I have to ask her and see. And if she says we have nothing, that might be something we wait on. If she says, well, we have it in a spreadsheet but not a map, we can definitely get a map.
Can you give me an example what means creative asset?
Creative asset, an example of a creative asset is, I'm trying to think back to the action. I can click on it. Give me 1 second here. A creative asset, I think, for example, like our gazebo would be like a creative asset, and the our gazebo would be one. It's a place where you can basically go to have different types of cultural events, creative events. You know, there's like at the gazebo they do concerts, things like that. So that would be an asset. I don't know what, I mean, I guess probably the library would probably be considered a creative asset. Any outdoor classroom is probably considered one. I don't know if we have, you know.
Well, the new library might stand a chance to get stuff since we have a rain garden in front of it.
That's true.
And we in the Environmental Commission pushed for that.
Right, yep. The youth center maybe potentially could be considered a creative asset, at least part of it. But I don't know what status, so that's an example of something that's like, no, I have to check and see where that is, because that I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
this is something we definitely want to ask. There might be something going on at the youth center that would count.
Oh, I'm sure there is. They do painting and crafts and things there, yeah.
They do podcasts too. This whole room.
Oh, that would work? Oh, yeah, so that would work. Perfect, yeah, that would work.
What about Franklin Day?
Franklin Day, that would be probably under like a green fair or events. That's like something we could probably submit for that.
Who gave us all those night lights, the box of night lights?
That came from the grant we got through
Oh.
Sustainable Jersey for the energy efficiency partners. That is
So we're
that
giving
was
those
part of
out.
the
We'll give those
giveaways.
out at different times.
Yep.
Tara, have we included maybe in the water aspect, the rain barrel that's attached to the gazebo? I love that. I mean, I wish I could bring it to my condo community, but
Yes,
the
yeah.
board is totally against anything I mention.
Um,
I love that rain barrel.
Yeah. So a few years ago, I think we submitted for a rain barrel program, because you can't submit for just a barrel, but you can submit if you hold a
We
program.
did.
And
Many times.
Yeah, we haven't done it in this time frame.
When we did that.
But that's something we can look into doing again if that's of
Yeah,
interest.
I mean, to have it on our buildings is good, but maybe to spread it out. Look at all the common interest communities we have here. I called, I think, the New Jersey Water Authority.
Water Supply Authority.
Water Supply, yeah. And they said they would give them away, this was a couple of years ago when I was researching, for free.
Yes, yep,
They're
yep.
like about $100 a piece, free.
I think when we did it, I think it was $35 a piece. And we constructed the barrels in the lobby.
Yes. Yeah, so that's stuff we can do. One example for it, like the municipally supported community solar program. That is one that we know we have completed. Safi has the marketing materials, her work with the companies. She has the resolution passed by the township, so we have that, like, for example, that's one thing we know we can submit and we meet the criteria. So that's an example of one that it's like just writing up the narrative. So
The
that's-
energy aggregation, we may not be fully ready by May, but certainly by late. If we put in that, well, we've solicited bids and so forth, we should
Definitely.
get something for that.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, absolutely.
Would the food composting help if we got something like that done?
If
we
it
got
was,
going?
if it got up and running by the time we do our final submittal, yes.
Maybe,
It may be.
they're now I got an email from them, from Anthony Wu, that they're finalizing their insurance policy.
Perfect.
That's what they need to
Yeah.
get into Canal Walk.
So if it's up and running by the time
I
we
think
submit, we
if
can
all
definitely
goes
do
well,
that.
maybe in April it'll be
Yep.
up and running.
So that's even more.
I mean, I'll
So-
know,
Mhm.
and then we can,
Yeah.
show it all.
Perfect. So that's that. So we're moving.
I wonder if library is considered asset. How about having a township focused newspaper?
Like a
Two.
right.
Actually, one is
Oh yes, yes.
Times.
Yes. So the Franklin Times, because it has to be through what we do. So the town, we do submit the Franklin Times, but it's under our communications category. So we submit it as part of our communications with the public. Yep. But we do submit that.
Okay.
Would our historic homes have
be anything?
It's interesting. There's really not much in terms of historic homes on the sustainable Jersey actions. If we do a project with historic homes that is based in sustainability, we can submit it for an innovative project, which is basically you can submit 3 altogether. I have 2 listed. One is the eval certification, and one is the Save the Mow Until Earth Day, because they don't really fit into existing ones. That would be a great project if there was one, and we could submit it under innovative, because it doesn't submit. The only problem is I don't know if we've done anything in our historic homes that would meet, this criteria. I'm not sure. But that is that is something we want to do.
Like an event in those homes?
Not an event, well, it could be an event, but it would,
I remember they do something for historical, there's a lady who comes here sometimes.
oh, Terry. Yes.
And she does something historical in one of those
She
homes.
does, yeah, so that's done by the Meadows Foundation, so it would have to be done by us, but, so one great example, say we were ever able to do something at like Van Dyne, Van Wickle House that was, would assist with the climate change problem that they're facing with flooding, that could be an innovative project, but we don't have anything just yet.
The same with that old growth forest that's here in town?
Memorial Forest,
Yeah.
yes, that concept, if that would have to be completed though, so yeah, yep. So we're moving, so, I'll keep everybody posted.
What about, not the senior center, not.
Senior Center, yes.
Because they do.
Yes, that could count as a creative asset. So like, same thing with the youth center. It's like we would submit it, but it would be like, the portions of the buildings or the things they do that fit into sustainable Jersey. So like the podcasting. The senior center, absolutely. They do some arts, and so we could definitely include that, yep.
Well, that's when we had the film.
The film series, yes, that's all submitted, so we're in good shape. We're in good shape. It's just a matter of getting wrangling the green team together.
Adopt a Drain, I guess it's collecting something.
Adopt a Drain, so we submitted for that at the last time. We can submit for that again as an innovative community project, but if we have a different community project, I'd rather submit for that, but I have it kind of on the back
I also
burner.
feel that it's not working well.
It's kind of petering out a little. Yeah, we have to work on that. Yeah.
Because even from my perspective, it's
Yeah.
Our drains get cleaned by the guys that going down the street, and then we took up the leaves.
I hear ya. Yeah.
Okay.
I got an email from Adopt a Drains that was bugging me about
I got
submitting.
Yeah.
We all did, yeah.
I hadn't submitted anything in 3 months, but then just a couple of days ago, I noticed that there was an accumulation on my drain, so I went and cleaned it and submitted it.
Oh, well, that was good.
Actually, speaking of the records, so they do not have option that you would check that it has been inspected and there was no garbage. Because they are always asking that you have to enter what did you find.
Oh, you're right. They don't. So if you go there to clean and there's nothing, there is
Because
no
sometimes-
option.
Yeah, I got
important.
an email about that one could submit it. And because anytime I go to the store, anytime I go anywhere west, I pass by that drain and check on it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't need clean, you still need to check it. It was inspected, right?
That's true. You're right. Yeah, they don't have that. That's something we could mention for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to item B, Family STEAM Night at Elizabeth Avenue School.
So I was gonna say this
24th.
this was correspondence, but I forwarded it to Maria because of the Education and Outreach Committee.
Right.
So just to kind of explain real quick, we received an email from Shanna Pona, and she is a teacher at the Elizabeth Avenue School Green Team, and they're applying for Sustainable Jersey for Schools. And so she wanted to see if we'd be interested in collaborating with them. They're holding a family STEAM night for K through 5 students on April 24th. It's from 6 to 7:30. They want to incorporate more sustainability awareness, and they'd like to know if we would like to come and share our accomplishments or information at this event. So I forwarded it to Maria.
So it's like having a table there,
Yeah.
and
We do have some giveaways now, and we can talk about, whoever wants to go and be at the table, we can talk about our accomplishments. we can talk about a lot of stuff, actually,
It's
so.
every Saturday, right?
It is April 24th. Hang on, let me look. April 24th is a Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, I think.
Thursday, 6 to 7:30.
Someone is going and I can make it.
Okay, so let her know.
You can, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got all the stuff, I might be able to, it's far enough away.
Anybody else wants to come? Yeah.
Bring some of those nightlights. We'll bring some of the nightlights with us.
Yeah?
I'm using them.
I am too.
Good.
I got 2 plugged in.
Oh, I want in my bed.
We can bring those nightlights. We also have the tablecloth. We
That's
have,
fine.
you
Well,
know, we
that's
have a lot of stuff we can bring. And basically, they're applying for Sustainable Jersey for Schools. So most likely, this STEAM night, they're going to apply. They're doing the same certification process we're doing, but basically for schools, they're probably going to apply for it as like holding a green fair, green event. So when people come by, we can just explain, you know, this is who we are, this is what we do, you know.
Or can we get points for supporting them?
Yeah, on April 24.
So when you hold an event together, one group usually gets it. However, this is a school, it's 2 different programs, so
Right.
maybe we could.
Maybe.
Like say we were working with Montgomery on a film night, right?
Right.
Only if Montgomery submitted for it, they would get the points, not us.
Right.
But since it's still Sustainable Jersey, but it's a different certification, maybe we can. We could always try, you know?
Well, I mean, what type of cloth will travel, you know?
Right,
The
right.
schools have fewer possibilities.
They do,
of
it's
getting
not as
points,
much,
so
you're right.
really they should have first dibs.
Okay, so I will write back to her, or did you want to write back to her, Maria? Up to you.
Either way.
Okay. If maybe I'm gonna you have her email, right? Or you want me to re-forward you the?
SPONA, okay, I can email.
Okay, so yeah, since you'll be the one that'll be there, and and then you and Paul can coordinate, I guess, on getting the
Okay.
things. Or he said maybe he'll come, you know.
Me, I'll bring up, you know, I gotta check Thursday nights, sometimes I have something doing, but.
And also, you
Depends on which Thursday night that is of the month.
Yeah. Yep.
You also mentioned, send an email about what's the impact of your school with SJPSNG. That is something that we can work with Franklin High School and Voltech. Is there so many, and I can't open my emails.
I sent it to
The
you.
New Jersey partnership program with PSNG.
Oh, the technical assistance. Yes, I figured maybe you could talk about that under the committees. Is that okay? Because I didn't really look into it. I just sent it to you. But yeah, I don't know if it's something it's even interested in doing. You know.
So this is something we can bring in the communications.
Yeah,
the education committee, and then my question I put to you is: are the members of the committee the same, and the composition has to be 3?
Yes, you can't have a quorum, so only 3 people. And as far as I know, the committees are the same. How many people are on your committee?
I have Stan, Easy, and Ellen, myself. 4.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you can only have 3, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah, because at 4 you got a quorum for the committee. for
If you
the
meet,
commission.
if you meet in person. Actually, if you meet.
That's why I haven't had any meeting, because I want to make sure
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because then 4 is a quorum for the
It's
committee.
only have one committee that only has 2 people, communications, I think, right? I'm pretty sure, is it Robin and,
I don't know, because I have never been assigned to communications, but if I do, then I would drop the education.
yeah, because I think Robin, there's only her and technically you at this point, but you're not even really, so if you want to move there, that would actually probably be the best thing, if you want. You want to do that? Okay. So Stan can move to communications, and then this way you guys will have 3, and then, okay, perfect.
Yeah, on the,
5 a quorum?
No, I think 4 is a quorum, isn't it? Am I wrong?
Because technically there are 7 members and 2,
Oh, 2 alternates?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so there's only 7 people voting.
Okay, the alternates don't count towards a quorum?
The alternates vote?
No, they don't, no.
They vote only if the
That's what-
base
yeah.
are not present.
That's why sometimes I don't vote because I'm attorney 1, and they don't need my.
Yeah?
They say yeah, but
That's okay.
It's counting, right?
All right, so I'll update the committee list. So Stan, you're gonna move to communications. which would leave education and outreach with Maria, Ellen, and EZ. Okay. That's good, because I think she might be the only one technically on there right now. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, on the,
Okay.
Well, we have a volunteer.
And the volunteers, yes, volunteers.
and on the plans, we just have Easy and I, and you don't count as a member.
I don't count, and Ted, you have Ted too.
So we have the three.
Yeah, but I'm not a member, yep.
Yeah, so we have three.
All right,
Okay.
works.
Skip the stuff. I have a question about that, because I've been thinking about that a little bit. It's, as I gather, it's, you don't want people automatically putting the packages of knife and forks into the takeaway stuff.
Right, the extra
Now,
stuff
I
to like
was,
the
because I go
condiments, yeah.
sometimes to Jersey Mike's over here on Cedar Grove,
Oh, yeah.
and they have a bucket of packaged knives and forks.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody says anything. If you want one, you take it.
Yeah.
If you don't, you don't.
Uh-huh.
Is that going to be banned on Skip the Stuff? Or does that fall within not, how does that fit?
They're not supposed to
Because a lot-
automatically put it in the
No,
bag.
right,
So
that's-
yes,
yeah.
you can keep it out, and if
Right.
people want to
That's
take
what
it, they take it,
Because
yes.
that's I'm seeing other places are doing that as well.
We want to do it
Yeah.
as soft as possible.
What I was thinking of, and this may be a lot, would be going around and talking to all of these businesses, and if they will agree to not automatically put these things
Just put 'em
in,
out.
we give them a little sign which explains this.
What it is, yeah. So the reason this is on the agenda is Robin spoke with
Yes.
Kathy Lynch. She's the president of Green Matters. And I guess Robin was saying, hey, what have you guys done in terms, in Montgomery, what have you done in terms of Skip the Stuff? So what they have done is they didn't go through it as an ordinance like we had originally proposed, but they made it a voluntary program. And kind of what you're saying, Ted, is that they developed a logo, a Skip the Stuff logo,
Yes, yeah.
and then if restaurants participate, they can get this
It is
logo
some
and
sort of certification, right?
Right. And so
And
they
it's free.
volunteered, they worked with their Montgomery Business Association, and basically it's a logo, and if they agree to do it, they get it. And this way, they decided not to do it by ordinance, because the holdup on our end with the ordinance is the enforcement. It's basically having what staff is going to enforce it, who's going to do it. It's a lot of work to go to all these restaurants and keep on them and follow it. So the voluntary program might kind of be a good option.
We should work through the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, and now we have the partnership with the
Yeah.
Chamber of Commerce, so
Yeah.
maybe this is a better idea.
Yeah.
How about, if you wanted to put something together, some kind of a flyer or something, or half a page thing, and the Somerset County Health Department inspects all the restaurants. Somerset County Health Department is our health department. So if we were to give that to them and say, every restaurant that you inspect, hand out one of these flyers.
That's a good idea, because that's a good way to get it to them. I like it.
Are they supposed to listen to us and accept?
They should. We contract with them. We pay them money to
Okay.
the health department.
Okay.
And we could still, also get this to the Chamber of Commerce. But I think that might be a good idea. I mean, the only thing is, and again, it's kind of like an honor system thing. So
Yeah.
hopefully no one just puts the logo up and then, a year later decides not to do it. But
Well, it would seem to me that if they agree to do this, and they are actually saving on knives, forks, and spoons and whatever, if they don't automatically put
Fast food.
we could have every reason to continue.
Yeah.
I
don't
like
think
it.
it's
I
okay.
think it's good. So instead of pursuing the ordinance, does everyone think this is a good way to
I think it's
try?
a good
And I-
Support them, yeah.
I also think that aside from giving them some sort of label that they can put at the door that would communicate to the consumers, maybe we should have some sort of a listing, online listing, where people could go and see who is recognized.
Yeah.
And that way it's a little bit more public. We could also have it circulated through Franklin Times periodically as new
Like,
businesses
Yeah.
come certified.
I like it. I think that's a good idea too.
Yeah, I think about Costco, when you're in the food area, they just have the dispensers on the side by the mustard, the forks and the knife, and you press it down if you want one. But you don't have to take all three, you just take one you want. And they don't put it out when you get the food. It's around the corner where the mustard and that kind of stuff is.
I like it.
Our school does. They give the food to the kids, and if they want, they get their
Yeah.
the pool. They want a fork.
But sometimes that can be also abused, but I mean, what you can do, right? So you do what you can do.
It's true.
It's a machine. They have to pull one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a control. One.
When you go on the parkway, the stuff in the, in the place where you pull to get food, and also they have the machine, not a machine, just a dispenser.
Works with the tissue papers,
Yeah.
sometimes I watch how you dispense it and people are just...
Yeah.
You're right.
There are always those.
And then when they drop the plate, only a few of them are used, or even they take they grab the pile of napkins and
It's true.
and so what is the rest? But I'm just ranting, so we do what we can do.
Yes.
Okay.
There's always people out there who don't give a shit.
Does Skip the Stuff come into Sustainable Jersey?
Yes, we probably won't have it up and running for this time, but next time.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, so
Okay.
everyone likes that idea of
Yep.
trying, okay, so that would be communications committee, so I guess I will let Robin know and we can
Stan?
figure out, yeah? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, request for donation from Clean Communities Grant for Raritan Headwaters Annual Stream Cleanup.
So Raritan Headwaters sent us a letter, and they're basically the long and short of it is that they are hosting a stream cleanup on April 12th. It's their 35th annual stream cleanup. They have thousands of volunteers that participate in cleaning up rivers and streams across 38 municipalities. There are municipalities in the watersheds that participate that give a donation to allow them to keep doing this large-scale stream cleanup. It was sent to the mayor, and what he was told is that, and I believe this is true, I have to definitely verify it, but I'm 99% sure this is correct. We can use our Clean Communities money to give them the donation because we're giving this group a donation from our Clean Communities grant to do this large-scale stream cleanup that benefits Franklin Township. So they've made a request for a donation from the Clean Communities. The request amount is $1,000. We don't have to agree to that. We don't have to, we can agree to it. We don't have to agree to it. We can agree to a different number. We can agree to nothing. But I just wanted to bring that forward. We do get a Clean Communities grant from the county to the township.
How much is in the grant? I mean, how much money have we got to?
Over $125 or $100,000.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah, it's used for recycling programs and our stormwater management, and
$12,000 is no big deal.
Covers cost of
Yeah.
whole stream cleanup.
it does, yep, $1,000. Yeah, we use it for our own stream
Oh, okay.
cleanup. This would be a donation to Raritan Headwaters.
We're on the
My
road.
reaction is, we're not in the Raritan headwaters.
Right, yes, you're correct,
We're in the
yes.
lower
We're in the
Raritan.
lower
And we
Raritan.
should, if anything, give money to lower Raritan Watershed Partnership.
Yeah,
Yeah. They can always write a letter and request a donation through Clean Communities. Now, it has to be project specific. It can't just be like we're giving them money. But if they have a project,
They do have budget.
Yeah.
they have plenty of projects. Well, and they participate in
Yes,
our stream
they do.
cleanup.
so we don't even have to respond to this. If no one wants to do this, I just bring it forward.
I like the idea of doing something with the lower Raritan though.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have adopted resolutions supporting that.
We
Yeah,
have.
we have, yeah.
We didn't promise we'll give them money, but
Well, we could.
Is this somebody that you deal with on different things that you've
No, I have not. No, I've not dealt with this person ever.
On the Raritan headwaters, yeah, but.
Yeah, I
Lower Raritan
haven't.
we
Lower
do.
Raritan we deal with a
Well, I
lot.
meant
Yeah.
the one that's
This
requested.
one, Raritan Headwaters, no. Nope. I think they probably sent the same letter to every nearby community, you know?
Every community
Raritan runs through.
in Somerset
Yeah.
County.
Yeah. So,
You're
we do need
probably the only one that really is not in the Raritan
Right,
network.
you're right. I don't know if I need I mean, this was a request sent forward. I don't know if I need, do you think we need a
We
motion
can
to
make a
either
motion.
way?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should make a motion just so that I can say yes or
When it comes
no.
to money,
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so the question would be, again, a donation of $1,000, a lesser amount, no amount, that's the
To-
request.
to-
to Lower Raritan?
No, we can't just offer money. Lower Raritan, if they have to submit like a letter like this saying, we're looking for this project, here's the day, here's the whatever, here's the amount.
No.
But this is a letter that came from them and they're seeking $1,000 Raritan Headwaters.
Well, I think if we're going to have a motion, I would say that we find it unnecessary to donate to Raritan Headwaters Association, since we are not in the Raritan Headwaters, and would prefer to support a project of Lower Raritan Watershed Partnership.
Perfect.
This is a motion.
I'll second that.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Sam.
Okay,
This is motion, I
We have a
second.
motion on the floor,
Dan seconded it.
okay.
All right.
Any more discussion about that? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay.
Draft
I don't even know if, do I need to respond to them and say we
Yeah,
are giving
I
no
think it's
donation?
better
That's why I asked if you had any communications with
No.
them, because if you did, I'd say it would be the nice thing to do to
Yeah.
respond back.
I don't, no, this I got from the mayor, sent to me, so, yeah, I could just write something back and basically say, you know, we can't at this time, and, you know, we're not in the Raritan Headwaters, but thank you, good luck, you know.
So if I informally approach Lower Raritan Watershed Partnership to send proposal.
Set something in motion.
So it's through our Clean Communities grant, so if they have a project that meets the requirements of Clean Communities, which is basically stream cleanups, educational programs, stormwater management,
Yes,
lots of
yes.
stuff.
So I'm
Recycling.
about to ask whether we should suggest certain amount. Or
Yeah, we're just to find out what's available. That sounds like a likely place that our largesse could be used.
I would see what project they have that they're interested in, you know, oh, we didn't know we could use Clean Communities money, and if they have
know.
something.
They know about it, actually.
Yeah.
Heather told me about it.
Okay.
I didn't make the connection
Yeah.
that we could actually route some of the money to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, of course, as you
You've got
say,
the-
we
you've got
use
the board to
Clean
do that.
Communities money for our cleanup, which in fact,
that's
But we
true.
still have
I mean,
money
they
left.
come and
because we
support
don't
us
use
when we're
all
doing it.
that. Huh?
I mean, they support us when we're doing ours.
Yeah.
Like Clean Communities funding, that's what we use to fund Adopt a Dream. That's another, like, those are the types of things, you know, so.
some years ago, we had a cleanup along the canal and I guess to some extent the river, all the way from 518, I think, to Butler Road. We got a lot of people out for it. I worked with some teenagers. It was a place with a lot of junk. We
Okay.
spent the whole time cleaning up that one spot. But it is where we usually do our cleanups along and one of the streams that run directly into the Raritan, whether it be
Raritan.
Mile Run or Seeley's Brook.
Right. What I'm about to ask you now, do we have information about streams that go to Millstone that needs cleanup? Because I do not inspect those. You are close.
Yeah, most of them I don't need it because they
Let's
don't run close to roads. I mean, they've got a road crossing, say, but, I mean, 6 Mile Run, you got the 6 Mile Run Reserve all around it. So
Yeah, well, it's
We
pretty
don't-
much when you have lots of population around, then you get
Yeah.
lots of garbage.
Like behind Stop and Shop.
Yeah. But along Canal Road, it's rural, so.
Yeah, well, stuff does get thrown out of cars along Canal Road, gets thrown out of cars along Old Georgetown Road, and I've got to go pick it up, which we do from time to time. But this was specifically all along Canal Road and the canal.
We went along the towpath.
You know, I don't know whether the park cleans up along the towpath or whether it would be necessary for us to do it.
There wasn't a lot on Western
It's
Canal
a
Road.
state park.
Yeah, the
Sure,
state
sure.
park will probably do it, and if we do any more volunteers than 10 volunteers
So-
there, we need a permit.
I tell you, on January 1st, I volunteered on some just tour along the towpath, but in Trenton.
Oh.
And there it needs cleanup, okay?
Yeah.
But again, it's very densely populated, so you have lots of garbage.
Yeah, DNR Canal Watch sponsors a cleanup in South Brown Brook along the canal in January.
Okay, oh wow, yeah, that's
You mean
gold.
every January?
Yeah.
This canal was
Years, I
closed
don't know how
earlier this
long
year.
we've been doing it. I've sometimes done it and sometimes not done it.
Because if I knew about it, we could at least promote it through our subscribers.
Mhm.
I didn't know this.
I didn't either, yeah, that's interesting though. All right, well, we can promote it next time, that's for sure.
Although this is not our town.
No, but that's okay, it's adjacent, you know,
It's the
so.
boundary.
Well, I think we can certainly tell people about it.
Okay.
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 Southbound Brook is our suburb.
Okay. E is 2025 Fundamentals for Effective Environmental Commissions. That's the ANJAC announcement I saw. that.
Yes, so Anjac is having, on Tuesday, March 18th at 7 PM. Why is it grayed out here?
There's 3, right?
Yeah, there's 3. Tuesday, March 18th. Oh, there we go. At 7 PM. Wednesday, March 19th is about stormwater management at noon. Then you got Wednesday, March 19th at 7 PM is local land use planning. Thursday, March 20th, communications and community engagement. They're all Zoom, so they're online courses that Anjec is holding, and I just sent that around in case anyone's interested in attending any of them.
Is it meant as a refresher for everyone or only for newbies?
It could be for if you want. It's not required. You can do, you know, whatever if you want to take it. I mean, if we're an Anjec member, which we are, it's free. So that's why I sent it around. Really, it's free. So if you're interested,
What was that
feel
one
free.
about land use? When was
Local
that?
land use planning. It is Wednesday, March 19th at 7 p.m.
Oh, March 19th, it's 7th, okay.
To me.
Oh yeah, I can resend it to everybody. I'll send the link again to everyone.
Okay, I'll be back.
I should have it.
I'll be back.
I've gotten it. I just,
You got it.
because I
Okay.
give directly to ANJAC as well as being a member through the EC, so.
I will just resend it to everyone. If you're interested, feel free.
Okay.
I didn't know whether it, you know, if I've got all of these topics, I guess it goes beyond the basics. My first reaction would be, is this something for fledgling environmental commission?
Yeah.
Or movies.
Uh-oh. It all
I was
trickles
thinking
down.
that might be worth, you know.
If you want to go though, Ellen, yeah, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
but it doesn't cost you anything because.
Take 2 of those.
I already signed up, I got the email, I already signed up for the warehouses.
Okay,
Like,
Or the warehouse for sprawl, yeah.
perfect.
I heard that the membership at NCHEC is quite expensive now.
Yeah, I think it's, I'm trying to think what it was. We haven't been able to pay it yet because we're waiting for the full budget to be
Oh,
in there, but Mark has it, so he'll pay it, but
yeah.
Yeah,
One
it's gone
hundred
up.
a quarter or something like that? It
yeah.
was over $100.
Oh, no, I think it's like $400. Yeah, I think it's $425, I want to say, yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, okay.
And there's no money coming from the feds to help us with that. Okay.
Think positively. We are not being banned
No.
from doing it.
Right. So, I'll tell you. Here's the headwaters, I got that.
Excuse me.
So, now we're up to committee reports. Maria, you have anything from the education committee?
I think I asked a question. We want to reconfigure. Then she said they can be attending the event, and also we're going to talk about the PSN information. And that's it.
I have also update now since communication. Okay, so in Hillsborough, so I mean we are not in the old business, but so this is new business. Hillsborough, they also attended our Common Ground film screening. Kelly Francisco, she's a member of the Hillsborough Green Team. They will have films. Let me read this thing. Shorts in winter. And it will be on March 1st, which is Saturday, at 2 p.m. in our municipal building at 379 South Branch Road, Hillsborough, New Jersey 08844. No RSVP necessary. The films are appropriate for ages 8+ and include drama, scares, educational humor, and a human interest documentary. A flyer is attached. I think I sent it to everyone.
I got it, I remember seeing it, yeah.
So public can be on notice. I think we should send it to our subscribers rather quickly because it's this Saturday.
Is this
So that's what
Yes, it's that one. Tara, can you send it to our subscribers?
Yep. Let me just put it in my. Okay.
Maybe not necessary committee, but I forwarded to all of you earlier today notice from DEP, Department of Environmental Protection, because they have preliminary draft of the New Jersey State Development Plan is open for public comment. So this is not township specific, but this is, we are part of the state. So
Yeah.
I think that, and I went through the survey, there is a link, and it's asking you whom do you represent, right? And it goes through all roles from townships to even resident. So all of us, we can submit comment as a resident, but if we give it to someone who is at the township and they feel like they want to have a comment, they select, okay, township.
We submitted already from this committee. Yep, from this committee and open. We talked about this like maybe like a month ago or so. It's the updated state development and redevelopment plan, and it was very vague comment. That was basically like it's not, there's it's not, doesn't have like enough teeth, I guess is what I kind of want to say to it. Like it's kind of more aspirational. This updated state development and redevelopment plan, it is. It came out a few months ago. The updated draft.
Because the email was today. Yeah.
Okay, their comment period goes through. It's been in the works though. This plan for like 10+ years. But
okay.
yeah.
So I must have missed the previous communication. But I just thought that.
No, that's good. Yeah, but you should submit it as a resident as well. Yeah, if you have comments on it or anything like that, absolutely.
And I have a comment on their hot topic that I emailed and Ted answered about it. It's being placed in PSNG in June. We all got an email, and I just thought that it could be an opportunity to revisit the topic of energy with the township. You know what I mean? The
Right.
Talking probably about the increase, but okay, these are the options that you have. And
right. Yes.
if we can, I was thinking we can use that as an opportunity to do a little more education about energy. That's all.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. Now, when is it?
In June, I think it's in June 2025, and it's 17% increase.
Okay.
We cannot do anything about it, but we can talk about energy efficiency.
Yeah.
To reduce our bills, or these are the options that the town is going
Yeah.
in the future, or an opportunity.
I think that makes sense. All right, do you want to, on your committee, like, look into if there's any flyers or any kind of, well, they're probably going to make like an
No, but we have to-
education.
well, I would like to meet with, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I think that's a good idea, yeah. In June, yeah, okay. And you're right, that would be a good opportunity to promote energy efficiency because of the increase in bill. Okay.
And we are working with Robin on landscaping dark skies ordinance.
Yeah.
We have Robin found something in Hopewell that they have one of the strongest in the state.
Landscaping.
Dark skies. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna comment about that. We've been approving full cutoff lighting fixtures for all the warehouses. That's part of the automatic thing now. No, whenever a warehouse is built with lighting around the periphery, they have full cutoff fixtures. They're not amber, but I don't know anybody that's putting in amber. That's a whole new area. It's different from everything I ever learned in life. They always went for white lights.
The cutoff fixtures are pretty standard now.
Yeah, they are.
Don't have to worry about them.
Cutoff means that they turn off the light?
No,
later?
the lights go this way.
This way.
Not
Okay.
that way. The way the fixture is designed internally, it's got a beveled lens behind it, and the fixture doesn't allow any light to go up.
Yeah.
And whether it's amber or white, my always not fear, but we always felt that the police and authorities needed white light to really focus on colors of, wrongdoers and that kind of stuff. When it's amber,
It's about
Yeah.
balancing.
balancing security
important,
versus, yes, exactly.
So, I mean,
One more thing under hot topics that Robin had asked to be on is Senate Bill number 4100. It was introduced February 3rd of this year. And what it is, that it requires the establishment of an automated platform to expedite construction code approval of applications to install residential solar energy systems. So, basically, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but basically it's for residential operations that are proposing to install energy generation systems, that there is to speed up those permits, that there's an automated platform. So some kind of web-based platform that allows the permits to be expedited.
Like this one here,
Yes.
4100.
I'm trying to think if there's anything in here that, let's see. Okay, like for example, it says in here, it has been reported that contractors who are in business of installing residential solar energy systems and home batteries in New Jersey avoid entering into contracts to install these systems within municipalities that impose especially burdensome permitting requirements. So that makes sense, of course. I'm trying to get to the action part here. So it's called the State Smart Solar Permitting Platform Bill. So what it would do is that it would perform robust code compliance checks using algorithms to evaluate characteristics of the proposed residential solar energy system. It has to be done by a qualified contractor or subcontractor. The system would include the following: construction documents to be used for inspection of the residential system and for record keeping, instantly release permit and permit revisions to construct a residential solar energy system consistent with the requirements of the state uniform construction code. So basically, when you go in, you apply for this permit, if you meet the requirements, your permit would be produced. It basically cuts off a lot of time. Be designed to process permits for, at a minimum, approximately 75% of residential rooftop solar energy systems that weigh less than or equal to 4 pounds per square foot and comply with the state uniform construction code. So those are the requirements. If it's less than 4 pounds per square foot and you meet the uniform construction code requirements, your permit gets processed right away. It would provide users with the ability to submit an application 24 hours a day, except when the platform is down for maintenance or upgrade. Be provided to the department at no or low cost if a third party is involved. Allow the use of electronic signatures, that's important. Allowing the use of electronic signatures on all applications. And it basically says within 1 year of the passing of this bill, that would become a requirement. So Robin wants to bring that to our attention. I believe she also wanted us to support this bill with the council, if I remember correctly. Give me 1 second, because I know she wanted us to see it. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any action here. Robin, let's see, is this it? Let's see. Nope, this one maybe. Oh gosh, okay, not that one. All right, give me 1 sec. Robin. Maybe it was just that she wanted us to look at it. I'm pretty sure she wanted us to support this though.
Yeah. Related to that, question to the audience. I know that here in our township we have a limitation imposed by the fire inspector that the solar panels cannot be along certain distance with along the edges of the roof, because apparently fireman access or something. I find it a little bit overly limiting, because in our township we have lots of trees and shades, and sometimes you have to really juggle where you put the solar panels and how many, so that you get enough generation. And if somebody comes and say, hey, in case that there would be fire and blah blah blah, I don't want you to use this section of roof. I would like to know how many times this rule helped our firefighters today, whether it justifies continuation of this rule. But besides, I would like to know whether this is only our township or whether this is universal. I really don't know.
I like that. It's like to see what other people have done, and it's been successful.
It comes out from a warehouse fire that was down in South Jersey. The solar was, and the firemen were afraid of what was going on.
Yes. When was it?
A couple of years ago.
Because most of those fires, I mean, I want to say all of them, are related to faulty installation.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right about that. I am actually, so on our Ag Advisory Committee, we have a member that is a firefighter. And he actually was talking at the last right before the meeting. He's like, oh, I just came from this training about how to handle fires for EV charging stations. And I said, oh, do you also do for solar? Okay. And he was like, yeah, we do that training once a year, but he's a member of a volunteer fire company, just one. So I don't know how the other volunteer fire companies are handled in the township. That I'm not sure of.
They have to put the ladder with the hooks up on top of the roof, just above the gutter. Then you can't have a solar panel right there, right at the edge above the gutter.
Mine are pretty close to
I think
you.
that's a part of it.
That makes sense.
My thinking was that it includes the edges on the side.
To the sides.
Like when you have slope like this, that it's not just the bottom, but also on the sides. And that's what bothers me, because I'm talking about myself, I have them higher up, so I don't have problem at the bottom, but I have them edge to edge.
Yeah.
And they were installed in 2011. Back then, there was no limit, right? And when I need to replace the roof, I want to be grandfathered.
Grandfathering.
Mine was 2013, I think I put mine in, and they're right to the edge. Because I had a guy because I had swirls nests under the panels, and they were chewing the wires.
Oh gosh.
So the guys went up, because my output went down, and the guys went up on the roof. They killed the power because some of the wires were laying in the nest. So now the solar company came and they put what they call critter guard around the edges, so they can't they can't get under the thing. But it's nice and warm under there, and the squirrels
Yeah.
loved it. It was a nice, protected them from heavy rain and wind and all that stuff.
So for this bill though, this 4,100, do we want to think about it more before we write a recommendation of support
I
to?
would just bluntly recommend it. I mean, there's no.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
to do that resolution.
It
I
makes
need
everything
to.
faster.
Okay, to do that resolution.
Make a motion to support.
Can I ask a question first? I mean, is there any tracking or accountability associated with this bill? If people are going to be applying online that they want to do this, does anybody go back and check that they've done it properly?
Yeah, that's an inspection.
Yeah, the inspector.
Okay, no, I was just asking.
It's about
For a
the
safety inspector, I just want to make
It's
sure
about
there's some inspection.
approving because they want
Kara,
the
can you put
approval
the,
to be fast, but
Okay.
Roll it up to the top.
I mean, I haven't
where
read
they
it,
have
so
the
it's
synopsis
just, yeah.
of it, show, at the very beginning. Usually shows, the synopsis.
Automated platform.
expedite
This is the first step.
for applications,
And then
right?
the inspectors come and they inspect afterwards.
But the system uses an algorithm that you basically are going to enter, what your roof size is, how many pounds your solar panels are, and if it's 4 pounds or less per square foot, right? Is that what I said? Plus you meet the UCC requirements, you could print it out. It would, your permit would be approved. If you put that in and it doesn't meet it, then it'll tell you, you need to come into construction code. But it's a way to basically say, if you're within the requirements, you don't need to, do all this to get it. So the platform would be set up to approve those that meet
And when it's
automatically.
completed, you have to notify them and then the inspector comes and
Yeah,
inspects
and
it.
the estimate that's 75% of applications for residential solar would meet these requirements.
I mean, and in my case, when the installation got done, the guy says you can't turn it on until public service comes or town inspector says it's okay.
When you're talking about construction code,
Yes.
is that includes electricity and everything
Yeah.
as far as?
Yeah. So that's one of our offices, construction code, and we have a construction code official, and they issue all of the permits, for your electricity, your,
Structural.
structural,
Plumbing,
water,
Electricity
plumbing,
is
HVAC.
It's not a problem from the application viewpoint because you never need to upgrade your system electrically because it always subtracts from your use. Inspection, yes, you have to inspect
But there's
it.
two different inspectors that come out, at least one for construction, for
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
structure.
Fire.
For electricity.
Even-
Fire.
Full fire is three comes.
Yeah, they will still, if a permit's generated, there is still a requirement that permit be inspected and everything, so that'll be done. But it would save our people probably a lot of time, and again, it's only under these circumstances that they meet these specific requirements that they would be approved for anyway.
How does it save our people time?
So instead of all 75% of people coming in to install a residential solar energy generation system, standing at the counter, having our people process the paperwork and all that, the person themselves could just apply for it online, and if they get approved, the permit is emailed to them right then and there. So none of our staff would have to be
And
involved.
And I know when I had mine installed last year, the company that installed it took care of all the permits.
Yeah, the company will take care of it. I mean, our staff, but they probably, the contractor probably has to come here to the township and then meet with somebody.
So then they can go online.
Yes,
Yeah.
they can go online, yeah.
But the fee for application is still the same, right?
It doesn't say anything about changing the fee.
yeah.
It doesn't say anything.
Probably raise the fee.
Yes.
No, but you don't have the labor, right? But you still collect the fee, yeah?
Come on, everything goes up in price, come on.
The fee will still be the same, and we have the online payment system, so that it'll be simple.
They have to pay the upgrades of the software.
So if we want to recommend this to council, that council supports it, or we want to write a resolution of support, basically, I do need a motion though for that.
Okay.
I move to make a resolution to support.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Okay, passed.
Alrighty.
Did you raise hand?
I was waiting for discussion.
Oh.
Oh, you need more discussion? I'm sorry.
I was just waiting for him to say discussion.
Oh,
He's like, did you raise your
I
hand?
thought you were saying, so yes, it's good.
All
We
right.
did discuss already, right?
You do the discussion after you do
Motion?
the motions, and then you do the approval. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm for it.
Okay.
Okay, we have a unanimous vote. Okay. So that finishes hot topics, I think.
Yep.
So now we're up to old business.
Yes.
You want to talk about some of these?
Yeah. The community health monitoring and mitigation. I can't remember if I know I said this at the open space meeting. I can't remember if I said it at this meeting, so I'll just say it again. We applied for a federal grant to do a heat monitoring project through the Community Heat Monitoring and Mitigation Program, which is through, I'm going to tell you the exact name of the office. It's through the Center for Collaborative Heat Monitoring, which is under the National Integrated Heat Health Information System. This was developed through the Inflation Reduction Act, and they're basically focused on reducing heat and figuring out ways to mitigate the impacts of extreme heat, climate change, etc. So we applied for that grant. It's for $10,000. It's a nationwide grant. They're only giving 10 out. We're supposed to find out March 1st. I did receive an email from them that basically said, right now, obviously with what's going on, we don't know where we stand 100%. We're still working every day until we're told not to. So as of right now, apparently they're still processing the applications. The people are still working there. But
It's only Monday, wait.
I know. But they said as long as they can still go, we should still hear something March 1st. I don't know how many applicants applied or anything like that. It's a nationwide grant, and like I said, they're only giving 10 out. This is the first time they did it. So we applied for it, and we'll see if we get it, and if we do get it, we'll see if they're still in business in a few months. So
That's good. Anybody here to forward the money?
it was a sad email. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was.
Yeah.
It was sad that they felt the need to write that email, but...
Because NOAA, who is where this comes
Yeah.
from, is being cut.
Yep.
And that's to other people, the
Yeah.
whole thing. It's
Mhm.
craziness.
Yeah.
The film, so B is film screen, we've been doing that.
Yeah, I
went
wasn't
to the
sure if
one-
anyone wanted to report on it or
Okay.
anything, that was all, but,
Mandatory, yeah. So it was very successful. We had, give or take, 60 people. The film was the educational version of Common Ground, 44 minutes. After that, we had a panel discussion with 3 invited farmers. It was Michelle Logan, Jason DeSalvo, and Ron Weiss. And we were discussing about how is regenerative agriculture important. They shared their stories, what made them to switch, and how it improved their quality of life, and how they improved quality of the soil. It's not just about growing the good stuff, but also improving quality of soil. So there is improved water absorption capability, less erosion, more nutrients, more carbon content in the soil. That's what dictates the quality. Lots of questions, lots of engagement, and we had people from Montgomery, Hillsborough, New Brunswick. I didn't count everyone, but
I like it.
from Board of Ed,
Bill Grippo.
Bill Grippo. He
Okay,
was there. He was there, and he made comment. Why don't you bring it to kids, right? This and we do advertise it. Somebody from the Board of Ed is on our mailing list, aren't they?
yep. And we put it on our social media, FTTV, we put it on we put it on our website. Yeah.
So it's not well.
Opportunity for kids get extra credit in a class.
That is a good opportunity for
Really
kids,
But
yeah.
then that it has to be implemented as an option to get credit, right?
It's not for real little kids, it's for.
Maybe summer, yeah.
High schoolers, I think it should work.
Yeah,
Speaking of venue, I think we had so far the best experience because Consolata, they have wonderful big room. Okay, this is perfect. But people are confused when they get there because the driveway from 27 is not well recognized,
Yes.
and then when they enter, then which of the buildings it is, and it's actually from the back. It's not even official entrance. It looks like a fire escape entrance.
Yeah, I know. Arnie's mentioned this
It's that
before
back corner.
too, yeah.
So library proximity great, but they need to close at 8, so that would not work. But senior center, they have a little bit more flexibility. They have also flexibility. They can let us longer to 9.
Yeah.
But the problem is that they're actually quite popular. So when we were reserving the date, we had to go back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
Right? So we asked them, do you have this available? No. Do you have that one? Yes, we do. Fine. Next day, sorry, I was wrong. This one is not available. And the conversation goes back and forth again and again. So this is daunting. But we were very pleased with the audience and with the excitement. Next step would be if we can provide some sort of refreshment.
That would be nice, yes. We have a budget. Once it's approved, we can. We absolutely can. So,
Of course, the
yeah.
logistics, somebody has to take care of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And that person needs to be
We
yeah.
do that with all
roughly
meetings.
compensated, or I don't know.
Usually Costco cookies and coffee.
Yeah, we could do that, and you could submit it as a bill. So you'd have to buy it first,
Right, that's what happens.
and then get reimbursed.
I would love if we can offer popcorn.
I would love that too. I would love it.
If we can actually make
You know what we
it
used
on
to do?
premises.
You know what we used to do for Sustainable Manville? On Sustainable Manville, we have a movie theater in town. The movie theater there would give us like popcorn. They would donate it, especially like to some of our events, like because they always have a ton of popcorn, obviously. So they would just give us
cheap. You need
Yeah.
a machine to
Yeah.
pump it. Yeah.
My friend actually used to work there. I could ask her. That's how I got the popcorn for free. So yeah, but no, you're right. We can definitely look into doing that. The other thing is I was just thinking this, the Trails Committee, because a lot of our trails are it's very hard to see where the parking is. They had DPW make them a sign. It's only on 2 orange, like those big orange cones, and it's a metal reflective sign, and it just says hike today. And so when one is there, they literally put it right in front of where the driveway is. We could ask to have a sign like that made that says event here, or park here or something like that. If you want, I could ask. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Is that helpful?
Imagine at Consolata.
If it's at Consolata, I don't know if that's helpful.
No, I wouldn't go there again.
Oh, you don't want to go back
I
there?
mean, do we need to make a vote?
No, I was just wondering
If
if you
we
want
get
a
an
sign.
audience of 250, then we need to be at Consolata.
Yeah.
But then
What about the youth center? Can you go to the youth center or no? Have you ever?
That's busy.
Well, what about like at nighttime?
They're there till 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So this sign though, because I remember you brought up that that wouldn't be helpful. A sign like that, or it's
No, it
not that
would.
big.
During the summer, it's not that bad because, it's light out, but
Yeah.
during the winter, no light, you
Not
go
gonna help.
right past the entrance.
Yeah. Well, we can try then to work with the senior center, rec center as much as possible. I know the library, it's difficult with the timing. Too bad about the youth center, but yeah, because the timing there too.
Yeah, kids are playing basketball, late,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
upstairs areas, the kids are studying and that kind of stuff.
yeah, I
There's
hear
there's
you.
not really a big enough auditorium place on the youth center.
and also it would have to be specifically for children. Because
Yeah.
our program is not really for children, it's for general audience.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, most of the kids there are juniors and junior high school and some high school. They're trying to get more high school kids. And it's mainly junior high school.
Speaking of the short films in Hillsborough, can you send specifically to someone in youth center to make them spread it there
Yeah,
so that
I can send it to
so that
Wendy.
they
Wendy, I
can-
guess,
Yeah.
so that they can invite them.
Yeah, I can send it to Wendy.
Yeah.
What about one of the school auditoriums?
That could work.
That's right.
That's a good one.
And that reminds me when Manville had screening of their Asbestos City. That was in high school.
It was,
That a
yeah.
good place. Except that the film is R-rated in my book. I cannot repeat the word here. But it was part of the film.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyway.
I mean, was it mesothelioma? What?
Was it Mel?
The kids that knew that have heard all those words.
Yeah.
Yes, but no, our Franklin High School would be great. But then, yeah, it
Or
would
you could
be.
even do it at Claremont maybe, because that's, they have a lot of sustainability features there too.
Whichever one is available for us.
There was
on a
a-
certain night.
Remember, wasn't it Open Space Advisory Committee? I think we did a tour there at Claremont,
We did a tour,
remember?
we did a tour,
That would be
yeah.
cool if you could partner it. They gave us a great tour of the place. It was really nice.
Okay.
From the middle schools that have.
Maybe like the next film, if you can think about like sustainable building or something like that, and partner with them. The woman from that works there, she really gave us an excellent tour.
We can give them a tour of all the trees that died in the front of the park.
Yes, we'll tour that first. We'll be like, look over here. No, actually don't. I know.
Okay.
All right.
The Superfund Act, we voted on that last meeting.
Yes, and well, we voted on it. And Arnie, thank you for helping me with the language I needed. So it's been sent. It's done. It's
Okay.
been sent. Correct language found.
Okay. And the curbside composting program, I'm waiting to hear from Anthony Wu that they have the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do, Canal Walk's got at least 20 people willing to sign up to start.
Oh,
That's
God.
awesome.
You should be living in Canal Walk. You're doing so much.
Well, they have, the guy that's running it, David, that's Richey, he was thinking about becoming a member here a couple of years ago. He had been on the Cranford Environmental Commission, and he took the application, but he never submitted it. I think he found his home, I mean, he's lived in Canal Walk, and there's enough people there.
Yeah, that you can
that
do
he's-
there.
So forward thinking.
The nature and the
Canal Walk.
environment.
My condo community.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Florida.
So as soon as we hear from Anthony,
Yeah,
I think we'll get the
absolutely.
okay.
Okay.
There's some change in the regs that may require bonding, but I'm not gonna push that until let's see if got the insurance. They have car insurance, but they need liability insurance, and they have to get it. So, that'll go into their cost structure. So that's that one. Any other old business?
Just a reminder, Maria, did we report that Franklin High School will have Green
Fair
Fair?
on May 12th? It's in May.
May, but I'm
And I confirm that we're going.
she actually told me which day it was. May 3rd.
May 3rd.
May 3rd, and it should be Saturday. From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
That's where we bring the tablecloth,
Right.
what the games, the whole thing.
They asked me to put together electric vehicle show,
Is that Kentucky Derby Day?
unless the administration will ban electric vehicles. We will be able to.
They're shutting down 8,000 charging stations.
In federal government,
Yeah.
yeah, it's awful. Talk about efficiency. I mean, okay, I'm just.
Hey, Stan, just
You
think of-
ban electric vehicles, not as long as that includes
They're laying off all the people that won't be able to use the chargers anyway.
as long as it includes Tesla.
Right.
Yeah, oh, the Tesla sales have been going down lately.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that with this, if you do it in the schools and it starts at 7 o'clock, you could have a built-in audience for kids that had after-school activities. So you got kids that are, more high school kids, if you have in high school,
I have.
they're
true.
already there.
I have soft promise that Rutgers Solar Club, they will bring solar racer.
What?
Solar eraser. It's like a small
little
electric
eraser.
car that you can
Oh.
see. It has solar panels that you can run.
Oh, no. There's a Rutgers Solar Club?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a national program because my grandson at his boarding school, they have a program doing this and they go to Dallas to race them.
Wow.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Aptera does not have the product ready yet, but once they do, I will be bringing it everywhere. Have you heard of Aptera? Sorry, I digress. It's the solar-powered electric vehicle.
Oh, I've seen bits and pieces, but.
What happened to the little wood derby buck thing that you made?
No, not the
I forget what it's called.
solar-
It's made out of wood, and you have the
Right.
races with that.
Soapbox.
Soapbox derby?
I thought, yeah.
They showed a
A
video.
long way, Ted.
I saw a video last night, it was on the news.
On gravity.
People driving behind the Tesla Foundation truck, and they're projecting messages on the tail.
No.
This is, this is a junk car, a whole bunch of things. But
You can read this, you're too close.
Right.
no, it takes the whole width and how high to the panel, and it projects from the car behind it. They project, when they get behind it, they turn it on.
I don't know, Stan, should the FEC, should we get one of these little cars, solar cars?
Right, wouldn't that be nice? Drive all around.
Well, there are little kits that you can buy on YouTube, eBay, and you can assemble. Have kids assemble them like they have 4 wheels, put solar on it, and when you expose it to sun, it starts actually moving. I want to buy them for.
I'm still leery of the lithium batteries that sometimes can spontaneously explode.
No, they don't. Only when you do something wrong. I mean, the manufacturer.
I mean, no, well, I looked it up, and they do a very, very low percentage, but none of my gasoline cars have ever exploded.
Especially if they hit a building. Anyway, we're going to ask for motion to open the meeting to public comment.
So moved.
In favor? Aye. Anybody want to make a closing comment? Go ahead, good timing.
Or an opening
He's
comment.
been waiting for a while.
Oh, no, I'm just saying,
Take him in the
I
middle.
mostly just wanted to introduce myself. I don't know if it's an okay time. I'm Tom. I moved to the Summerfield 360 back in May with my partner. I actually co-run a small ecological design shop with my partner. He's got a landscape architecture license, and I have my site's accredited professional certification. So just wanted to say that we would love to lend any skills. I'm taking notes. It's really cool to hear about all this stuff. I heard David Desrochers' name pop up, and I'm actually doing a presentation with my colleague Dean at Canal Walk in March at some point with their environmental committee. So it's very cool to be a part of this today. I was just taking notes, and it's cool to hear all the work that you folks are doing. So happy to come back next time around, and love native plants. I love putting
I was
stuff.
going to say, do you like native
Oh,
plants?
great.
We planted about 1,000 last year. Yeah, we did some pawpaw trees, some blueberries, some good stuff. Yeah,
Just
so.
name a number.
Landscaping companies.
Yeah, it's
Do
landscape
you
design
use
and build.
electric lawnmowers and things?
Oh, we don't do landscaping specific. We're designers, so
Designers.
we'll go and we'll do a lot of inventory of spaces, and we'll do some design work, and then we work with local folks to work with Pleasant Run Nursery down in Princeton and some other local
Yeah.
spots. Put it all on the ground, make sure there's good management.
So you don't do anything with composting, like designing a compost area?
I think you could, sure, yeah, anything outside, yeah. But yeah, so just wanted to mention, I'm very excited to be here, I'm excited to participate, and it's cool to hear about some of the educational opportunities too. It's something that we're always interested to explain more about, why native plants are important, why pollinator gardens are important.
Perfect.
You're welcome to come to the meetings. We start at 7.
So that's great.
First and third Mondays of
First and third Monday.
Usually, this
Usually.
time it's because of President's Day. That's why we're on the 4th Monday.
Okay, that
But
makes
so
sense.
next Monday's the first Monday, so we'll meet again.
That makes sense. Okay, I
That's
was
right,
wondering about the
yeah.
calendar. Okay, that's cool.
Excuse
Thank
me,
you.
did you sign in? Do we have your name?
I will though, I absolutely will.
Please,
Yeah.
and your email, but
I
yes.
shall, yeah, no worries. Thanks, folks. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for
Do
coming.
you do rain gardens?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love rain gardens. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We love a good, we both studied at Rutgers for our master's in landscape architecture, and he's gone and done a lot of stuff like planting in like the Hamptons and things like that. I do a lot of other stuff on the side, which is not important today. But but yeah, so the two of us are working together to do a lot of cool native plants, local stuff, sustainable materials. Yeah, cool stuff. Yeah.
Sustainable Jersey.
I love it. Yeah, that's
We're actually
excellent.
we're on the New Jersey Sustainable Business Registry. It's not.
Oh, you
Sustainable
are?
Jersey.
Okay, yeah, we know that registry.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so.
We visit that. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you for coming. Yeah, and when you sign in at the end, we can add you, and then when we send out, events and things like that, you'll be on that too.
That's fantastic. Yeah, thanks. Nice to meet everybody.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks. Yeah, of course. Yeah, happy to be here.
Okay, motion to close unless you have any.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I actually, it's just Tom reminded me, I wanted to suggest, so Princeton spent lots of efforts on helping their landscaping companies to switch to what they call Quiet Princeton project.
Electric mowers, yeah.
Electric mowers, electric blowers, electric everything. I came across a company that is actually on that list, and they're also servicing Highland Park. And I'm thinking that maybe we can also pass communication to our subscribers and say, listen, if you want to hire quiet landscaping company, go to that list, find a contractor, and that way we can actually help the good guys to get more business and have directionally improved township.
We can send people to a list, but we can't send them to an individual.
That's exactly it, because
Right,
it is list.
Well, they have what Tom said, which is, and we've looked at it before, the Sustainable Business Registry.
Yes.
And so if you go there, you can search for sustainable businesses, and it's a certification program, right? So you had to meet certain criteria. We looked at it, I think, a long time ago.
A lot of great folks on there.
But yeah, that was my bad. I hit the wrong, don't worry, okay.
I got an email.
I'm caught,
What's going on with this?
I'm registered.
I don't know, this is acting up, because this has gone out a few times, but I'll get, something's up. Yeah, I think something might be happening with our internet here. But if you go on the New Jersey Sustainable Business Registry, once it's up and running, I think something's up with the firewall in here, because the TV went out a few times too. If you go there, you can search for businesses like Tom's, but there's also other categories, right? Like it's like you're under landscaping, they have.
There's like printers, there's.
Oh, okay,
I
there's an
got an
outage.
email for today. I got an email.
Oh, there's an outage on the website right now, yeah, but yes, okay, so we can't show you what it is, but there's lots of businesses, there's restaurants and stuff on there, right? Like lots of different businesses.
Cleaning services.
Cleaning services, yep. Yeah, we can do that, we can promote that registry, that's through the state of New Jersey. So,
Yes.
Okay.
It's even better, because I was just
I like it. It's a good
narrow-minded
idea.
about that Princeton, Quiet Princeton list, but
Okay, so that, I
maybe
guess.
if we have it also a link on our website.
Yeah, we can do that.
We could do that,
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, gonna make a motion to close the meeting. Just wanted to read, one headline came in today. UN issues urgent warning as U.S. representatives skip out on key climate science meeting.
More depression.
I hate to close the meeting.
I know, I was gonna say,
Depressing
more
note.
depression, yeah.
But anyway, motion to adjourn the meeting.
Days 1,000.
Second.
No.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.